jalapenos. It's Allegra with an E, and it's that time of year. 'Tis the season to make pasteles. If you love pasteles like I love pasteles, I have a recipe for you. Cuts the time in half, and it's a great way to make for an event. We're going to make them in a pan. Stay right here. Here we go. Here's a quick tip to get you started. Before you peel your green bananas, soak them for 5 minutes in hot water. It makes them easier to peel. Now the peeling begins. We're going to peel and clean out the pumpkin, the calabaza, and we're going to peel the yautía, taro root with the potato peeler, and there'll be a small tutorial after that to show you how to peel the bananas. Run your knife along the side of the crease in 3 different areas. Be careful, take your time. Use gloves when you're doing this. The green bananas do stain. As you can see, I'm just running my finger along the crease where I cut, and it just peels off very easily. And once you've peeled them, just run your knife along very gently to get the... Sometimes it leaves a little bit of the skin on, so you're just going to clean that up. Make them look pretty. After we finish peeling everything, we're just going to put them all in a pan of cold water to keep them from changing color until we're ready to grate. Now for the next step, you're going to need a pan or a big bowl and the grater. You're just going to grate all of those root vegetables. You can grate it by hand, like I'm doing here, or you can use a food processor. I'm just a little old school, and I like to do things the way they were done from the beginning of time. And if I'm ever in a hurry, then I'll pull out the food processor. So do you. Here we're going to add the achote oil, and you're going to add salt to taste. Mixing it, incorporating it all very well. Mix it all together until you don't see the color anymore. Now onto the filling. I got 3 pounds of chicken breast here that I diced up pretty small. Not super small, of course, but as small as you can dice chicken. And I also have a 1/2 pound of smoked ham that I got from the local grocery store. And I diced that up as well. If you've ever had Puerto Rican food, you know we love our garlic. Honey, vampires are not coming this way. 4 cloves of garlic, dice that up. Next, we have 1/2 of an onion, and we're going to dice that up as well. Chop, chop, chop. Next, these are the small bella peppers. This is a red one. I diced up the whole red, a whole orange, and you're going to see a small green pepper come into the picture. That is called ajíce dulce. In translation, means sweet pepper. You can find these in the local Latin grocery store in your area. Other than that, I have never found them anywhere else. They are hard to find if you don't have a local Latin grocery store. But if you get sofrito, it's in there. Pan has a little olive oil and some of the fat from the ham that I diced up. We're going to add all the veggies, add some salt, and cook them on low until they're translucent. Now we're going to season the chicken. We got the adobo, about 2 teaspoons of adobo, sprinkle in there. I don't really measure. One packet of sazon. It gives it color and some flavor as well. Then we have onion powder and garlic powder. And we have black pepper. And we also are adding some salt here as well. And the oregano. We have a little more adobo. felt like it needed some, you know, I just do what the ancestors tell me. Now mix it, incorporate it, make sure it all gets covered with those spices we just added. Now we're going to add the ham to the pot. Mix that up and cook it off a little bit. Now the chicken that we just seasoned up is going in the pot as well. Go ahead and stir that up. The smell is coming through like you would not believe, honey. This is my favorite part. I just love the smell filling up my kitchen. Those aromas just make me hungry. Here we're also going to add 2 tablespoons of sofrito. You can find sofrito in the freezer section in most grocery stores where they have the ethnic foods. You can also make it fresh and freeze it yourself, and you will find recipes for that online. I like to add the cilantro and the culantro from its natural state because I feel like the flavor is so much better. Here you'll see that I'm adding the juice from the manzanilla olives. I like to do that to help season the meat. I also put olives in the meat mixture. Now, not everyone likes olives. I understand that. So if you don't want to put them in, it's optional. You can omit them, leave them out. This is another traditional add. Garbanzo beans go into the mix traditionally. But again, if you do not like garbanzo beans and you don't want them in there, you can omit them. Some people add raisins in this mixture. I do not like raisins. You will not see this in the video. Why? Because I don't like them. So same goes for you. If you don't like the garbanzos, if there's anything in this recipe you do not like, omit it and add what you would like to add. You want to talk about a flavor injector? Here we go. Take a cup of the broth from the chicken you cooked and add it to the masa. This gives the masa such a good flavor. Trust me, you do not want to skip this step. Add a little bit more for the color, but make sure you incorporate that broth into the masa. Nicely incorporate it very well. Mix it all up. It will give it the touch that it needs for that taste, authentic taste that you want from the pastele. Now we're just going to finish this up and season to taste. Add more broth or salt if you need to. You will need 1 package of frozen banana leaves. You can get this in an Asian store or in a Latin store. Also in the frozen section at Walmart, I've seen them. And just check your local grocery in the frozen section where they have the ethnic food. This is what they look like. You will have to wash them thoroughly with hot water on both sides. Also, you put them in the microwave for 30 seconds. What I do is while my oven is preheated at 400 degrees, I put them in my oven for the same amount of time, 30 seconds. This just makes the leaf stronger. It won't rip while you're manipulating it. Then you go ahead and spread some of that achote oil on the top of the leaf. This just prevents from sticking. 4 scoops of masa is enough. You don't want it to be super thick. You just want it to be between 1/4 of an inch or 1/3 of an inch thick, 1/2 an inch at the most. Next, you're going to add your layer of meat. The meat mixture goes in the middle, and then on top is another layer of the masa. This is going to get cooked in a bain-marie, so have another pan on the side with about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of water to have it bake inside that pan. You can see I'm adding the water on the side. We do put a banana leaf on the top just to add another level of flavor. And here it is, family, the big reveal. It smelled and tasted so good. Time for the age-old question, hot sauce or ketchup? I'm taking both.